This is Snails Away, the fiddling snail. It's my home and the first tiny house I built. It is now a model I offer through my business, the Carpenter. On the south side here, there's a lot of exposed windows for the winter sun, and it's covered in maple, poplar, and cherry. I'm going to show you the back real quick, but there's a lean-to leaning up against it now where I'm storing a portable stage I built for a music festival. You can see that stage kind of sitting there in pieces. But what I wanted to show you was the reclaimed metal roof. Came off of an old barn in Bloomington. It starts way up there on the right left. You follow the curve all the way down to the ground. And I don't put windows on my north wall. I tend to double up the insulation in it and take out windows so that I can protect from the north wind. Part of building in the Indiana climate, which has a pretty cool winter. When people walk in, they usually first notice the ball jar storage, which is one ball jar deep. It is maple flooring strips with 16 penny nails driven through it. On the left is a copper and cherry table, and it connects to the other copper and cherry table to make a formal dining table for 6. The couch is a locally made futon, and above it there's a 16-inch deep soaker tub that faces the western sun. It's not quite finished in there yet. You can see the wire and a couple things that need to be hooked up. And you can note here that I split all of my lofts. So the bottom of the loft here, top of the loft here. And that's so that on both sides you have a full 6 foot, 3 inches to stand to either draw your bath or make your bed on the other side. There's a little kitchenette with a 2-bay cast iron sink. I hide one of the bays under a cutting board just to have more counter space. And then the backsplash is all in slate. I have a little music studio, and all the walls in here are insulated and sound deadened, so I can record and play music very privately. Instruments on 2 of the walls and mirrors on 2 of the walls. I have a large sitting desk, and then a closet where I hang my clothes. It's all cedar and socks underwear above. Window that looks out at my bird feeders and out to the pond. And I'll show you the bed. So I take the stairs up, and there's a queen size bed. And it overlooks 2 large windows with an eastern facing window for the sun, and then the south one right now just faces a large pond. And I like to show people the roof because that's one of my favorite parts, and this gives you a pretty good view of it. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the snail. Have a good day.